Silly poses for the thumbnail. What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on this video, possibly subscribe to the channel, that would be sweet. I'd like to think of more adjectives. I think that's what those are there. Those are adjectives? I think they're adjectives. To describe how awesome it would be if you guys subscribe to the channel, but I'm a simple man, just keep on repeating the same thing. Anyway, go ahead and take a short peek, a gander, if you will, at the sponsors that make this channel happen.
Kart 63 is brought to you by Track Tack Tire Treatments, Burris Racing Tires, BeardOctane.com, 53 Titanium, JC Specialties, Product 41, and Shatter Karts.
Okay, we are back. So, from the thumbnail, you know what's going on here. Now you say to yourself, Ben, you've done this video before, and I have done a version of it before, but we are now into winter. Don't let the fact that I'm wearing a t-shirt fool you. I just got out of the gym. It is cold out here, almost see my breath type of cold, but I'm warm enough that I thought, I hate doing the thumbnails with a big bulky jacket on. It just, I don't like it. So I figured I could brave it for like 10 minutes without the jacket on. Anyway, I have been getting this question a lot lately, and that is what to do with your tires over the winter. Now, I am no tire guru. First and foremost, I use tire prep. I do tire prep. I use the Kart tires. I do all the things with the tires. The one thing I don't do with Kart tires is do anything with them over the winter. That is, I'm not telling you to do that. Please do not say that. Well, Kart 63, Ben told me that I didn't have to. I did not say that. I did not say that. I said what I do, as you can, well, you can't really see the tires anymore in here because I got all the stuff behind me. All my tires are out here in the barn. They go through the winter. I know, I jokingly say, you know, if they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold. Bring them inside, you know, play on the dog thing, which is true. Bring in your dogs. Don't let them be cold unless you have huskies. I had huskies. They much preferred it outside. Anyway, here are my thoughts on it. Now, why would I leave them out in the cold? My theory is when it comes to the springtime, you're going to be surfacing them anyway. So I don't believe that the cold is going to affect the rubber. This is my belief. I'm not telling you to do it. It's my belief that the cold is not affecting the rubber. It is not, matter of fact, if anything, in my opinion, the coolness of the cold air in the barn, in the Kart 63 studios, is not allowing oils to permeate out of the tire. There is no evaporation or very little evaporation of the oils in the tire, therefore preserving them for the springtime when you would go ahead and surface them. Now, that's what I do. What other things might I suggest? I might suggest bringing them inside. When you see people advertise tires on the interwebs, on the Facebooks, on all the groups and all that stuff, they say climate controlled, you know, kept in climate control. Hey, maybe there's something to it. I don't believe so, but maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something to having a garage that stays a certain temperature and your tires are always in that. Cool, awesome. You can do that. Another thing people like to do is, this is real kind of old school, but put them in a bag. Bring them inside, but put them in a garbage bag. That will, again, not allow the outside elements, whether it be climate controlled, you know, a little warmer type of temperature, or the colder air, it won't allow those oils to dissipate out of the tire. Now, per Track Tack, you know, I'm Track Tack guy. I use Track Tack. They recommend not wrapping tires. That is a old school method, and it may work for some people. I don't, you know, some people will say, old school guys will say wrapping them in cellophane. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I've never seen the need for it because, again, when you surface, if you say prep a tire and then wrap it in cellophane, when you go ahead and surface that tire, come time to use it, you're just going to mow all that stuff off anyway. So, you know, I don't believe it to be necessary. One thing I will say is, up here, you could do it. I could do it, I suppose. But the cold has an effect on it. If you are down south, If you are in Florida and Georgia and South Carolina, maybe North Carolina, they get it pretty cold though. One thing you can do is the exact same thing you've been doing during the season. If you take something like TrackTac Ruby, if you take another company like Pink Magic or something like that, and you like to wipe your tires once every week, once every couple weeks to keep the oils permeated in the tread so that tire is always bit up. That is a great idea. It would not, even though I'm in the cold, it wouldn't be a horrible idea for me to come out here, have all them rode up, and every week, every couple weeks, give them a quick wipe, give them a conditioning wipe. Another thing you can do besides the Ruby or Pink Magic, again, I'm not suggesting this, I just know this to be true from other people. Other people like to WD-40 their tires. Again, with the oils, keeping the oils in the tire so they don't dry out. I'm not disagreeing with any of it. So if you guys have even what you have done to this point, don't take my suggestion, do take my suggestion, care, don't care, whatever. What have you done to this point? Put it down in the comments so other people can read it. I'm not not a tire guru, not the end-all, be-all of all knowledge, kart-related or tire-related things. This is just what I do, but please put it down in the comments. How do you store your tires? Therefore, when people watch this video, they can go into the comments and say, I either don't believe Ben, I think there's a better way. Maybe you have a better way. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I should be getting all these tires up, putting them on the sticks, like keeping tires grouped together, and then bringing them down into my basement. It's a real pain. I got tons of stuff to get to the basement. It's just a chore. I did it like the first 2 years here, and then I remembered when I lived up in the country and I had a 13 by 10 tin shed that kept my cart and my tires in. They always stayed out there, and I never had a problem. Therefore, kind of convincing me that you're just going to keep going the same way you've always been doing it. It was all right. I didn't really see any difference in the tires. Therefore, I don't do it that way. But maybe you guys have a better way. Please, 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 please comment. This is what I do with my tires. It has worked great for me just to inform other people. I don't ever claim to be a know-it-all. I don't ever claim that you gotta do this. That is unacceptable to me. Please make your reference, say, I do this, so-and-so told me to do this. This guy that does tires says the cold is bad for him. Please let me know. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe you can get me to get off my wintry frozen tail and actually do something like move my tires inside. It's such a pain. I'm lazy. It's winter. I'm not racing. I am racing. I'm on NASCAR 25 now. That is awesome yet frustrating all at the same time. Kind of like racing karts. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for coming by. I'm not doing too bad. T-shirt after you get out of the gym, not so bad. I'll have to keep that in mind this winter. Maybe I can be a trooper and pull through this winter. Get out of work. I go to the gym. Nice, great workout. Nice and steamy. I'm feeling warm, all warm inside. And then I come out here and actually cool down. It feels pretty good. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by. And we'll catch you in the next video. Later.